cars would get designed first, and then characters, we would talk about cool, compelling, weird, wacky type of characters. And it was just kind of a process of applying those different characters to the different cars. And that was always a fun process, and one that really endured a lot of changes throughout the development. And, that used to really frustrate the hell out of me. It's like, wait a minute, why is this character now in that car? Jaffe, what the hell is going on here? But there was always a good, sound, solid reason for it. And, again, in the end, the characters, I think, really were a good fit to the cars.
A lot of times with characters, it's Dave Jaffe sends us this wacky stuff that we go, what is this? It's like, he sent us these photos of something we called Zipper Chick, and it was a large person in leather with zippers and holding fetuses and things.
My favorite character would have to be Mr. Grimm.
I think my mind bent so much it snapped in two.
I just really liked the whole, the speed of his motorcycle. He can get into and out of trouble quickly. I like his, the Gatling gun sidecar is really cool. You can never go wrong with a skull helmet. I mean,
Axle was, tied up in those tires. In order to gain his freedom out of the huge tires that he was molded to or robotically connected to, he literally ripped his arms out of the tires. We had some dripping blood, some disgusting sound, and I just never thought we were going to get away with it.
Oh my God! I am a free man, and you are no longer my father!
There was a character that was named Scott Campbell in the game, and he was the driver of Spectre. I was pretty stoked about the character. In fact, I really didn't even know that he was going to be called Scott Campbell until I saw it show up. It's kind of a surprise. Always usually a pleasant surprise when you find out, wow, I wonder what the backstory is on this one.
I love Sweet Tooth. My first memory of Sweet Tooth was we had a list of potential vehicles and characters, and one line said, ice cream truck driven by demonic clown.
Here's where Sweet Tooth, I think, came from now. At 36 years old, I can tell you. So I actually spoke to a therapist about this several years ago, and I said, okay, Kratos, who's a character I had a huge hand in creating from God of War, and Sweet Tooth, who's a character I had a huge hand in creating for Twisted Metal. Both of these characters are testosterone-fueled, aggressive, animalistic. They take exactly what they want when they want it. And I'm not going to go into too many personal details about my life, but let's just say for the longest time, certainly when I was developing those characters, that wasn't who I was if you saw me walking down the street. But I can promise you that that's who I was underneath the surface.
As much as I had those old urges of mine, I kept them to myself for the moment.
It's interesting how who you really are and what you really want ends up coming out in your creative work. That was such a revelation to me when I realized that I realized that Jesus, Sweet Tooth is me. Kratos is me. That was both terrifying and very, very exciting.